we are going to get going this morning. So we're going to start standing. So come to a standing position. Told you I'd slept, so we've got some energy this morning. So this morning's practice, if you do have a block or bricks or just a very thick book, War and Peace, or it works, Shakespeare work really well. Just have one handy, just because we're going to do a little bit of balancing. And if you can't quite reach the floor, a block will be handy. If not, don't worry, I'll give you plenty of options. So we're going to start with a nice warm sort of vinyasa style practice, which is moving and breathing at the same time in the same rhythm, just to get the heat up a little bit. I'll show you a few variations, so you don't have to do all of the downward dogs if you don't want to. So you can do a little bit of a rest, child's pose or puppy pose. So I'll give you the option. And then we're going to work on some standing balances before moving down for some nice twists to ease you out and get you ready for the weekend. But to get started, we're going to find a nice tall mountain posture. So you're looking for your feet underneath your hips. Spread the toes. Bring the shoulders back and down. So you might just want to take a few rolls up, a few rolls down. And then just start to close the eyes. Settle the shoulders down. And see if we can find just a little bit of stillness to start with. And we're going to scan the body, just check in with how we're feeling. So we're going to start with the feet, and as we spread the toes into the ground, just seeing where the weight is in the feet. So if you're standing back in your heels, do you tend to lean forward in the toes? Are you off to sort of one side? See if you can even maybe just rock around and find an equilibrium. So you've found the point in the middle of both feet, so the weight feels completely evenly distributed. Seeing if you can be right in the center. And then we take the awareness up the body into the knees. Have you stood and locked out the joints? So we're standing tall. Ease out of those joints. Let's use the muscles, not the bones. So there's that tiny little micro bend in the knees. Hamstrings and thighs are quite active. Almost a little squeeze in the glutes. And then as we come up to the Mula Bandha, so this is pelvic floor gently lifts up. Tummy muscles moving in and up. So we're lovely and tall. And we're trying to keep this Mula Bandha going through the whole class because this is what's going to help us be more balanced. Awareness comes up to the shoulders. Can we slide the shoulder blades a little bit more away from the ears? Can we let the arms be heavy? Chin is parallel with the ground. And face is soft. Release the jaw if we're clenching the teeth together. Can you soften the space between your eyebrows? And find the breath. No control, no judgment, just feeling the breath come in and the breath come out. And as we stand, just arriving into ourselves. The mind might be chattering away, and that's fine. Just acknowledge those thoughts and then let them pass by. Don't need to think about anything right now. Just think I'm breathing in I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Blinking open the eyes when you're ready. We're going to take the arms up above the head. And you're going to take the right hand and clasp the left wrist. Take a lovely long deep inhale. Really expand the chest. And then as you exhale, lean it over to the right hand side. Little stretch. Keeping the smaller bandha area nice and lifted, so we're not falling forward, we're not rounding. The arms are almost in a straight line with the legs. On an inhale, bring it back up to centre. Swap over the grip, so left hand grips the right wrist. Relax the shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lean it over to the left. Oh, just opening up the ribs and the belly. Just making a bit of space for new air, new energy. On your next inhale, lift it up to centre, release the grip, and then as you exhale, we're going to come all the way down. And just find where you fall. So if you're sort of hanging out halfway, that's fine. Keep that little bend in the knees. Let the body just fall down. So you're finding whatever forward fold works for you. And it's the morning, so the body might not be too happy that it's moving so early. So put a bigger bend in the knees. Really allow yourself to melt towards the ground. If your hands do come to the floor, bring the hands to the elbows into ragdoll position. You can have a little rock from side to side. Give the head a little nod. Give it a little shake. We're using the head as a counterweight to lengthen the spine, long, decompress, especially if you've been at a desk a lot this week. Let the hands fall away. Deeper bend in the knees. We're going to inhale, roll all the way up. Come back to something. Re-engage with the breath. We're going to turn this into a vinyasa movement. So, let's inhale, lift the arms. Right hand to left wrist. As you exhale, lean it over to the right. Inhale to centre, swap over the grip. Exhale to the left. Inhale to centre. Exhale, let it fold all the way down. Inhale, we're going to roll it up. As you get to the top, the arms are going to carry on following. Taking the grip round the left wrist. Exhale to the right. Inhale to centre, swap over the hands. Exhale to the left. Inhale to centre. Exhale, fold. Let's keep it going. Inhale all the way up. Arms float up. Let's exhale to the right. Inhale to centre. Exhale to the left. Inhale to centre. Exhale, fold it down. Let yourself go. Inhale all the way up. Now let's keep it going at your own pace. So don't worry that you're going a different pace to me. Use your breath. You might even just close your eyes so that you can move breath and body completely in sync. Keep it going. Fabulous. We're carrying on through. Now just remembering, although this is vinyasa, which means flowing, pauses are just as important as the flow. So each pause before you fold, as you get there, pausing between the inhale and the exhale to have complete stillness. Fabulous. We're going to take it through one more time. So wherever you're at, keep it going through one more sequence. See if you can slow it down a little. As you get to your last one, you stretch the hands high, maybe come up onto the toes. And then we're just going to let it go. Hands come to the sides. We'll all meet in mountain posture. Take a few breaths. Feel the heart rate. Feel the body starting to warm up. And then feel free to give yourself a little shake. Shake it off. Grab a drink. And then you're going to find yourself at the very top of the mat. So you've got plenty of space to step backwards. So we're going to go through some sun salutations to really just get the whole body warmed up. We'll take it through once, just nice and steady, and I'll give you some options. You find which one is best for you. And then we're going to keep going through a few vinyasas to really get the heart rate up. So starting either feet hip distance apart, or if you do want a slight balance challenge, bring the feet together. So mountain pose can be done either way. The feet together is slightly harder. We need to engage the thighs, really be conscious of this bandha. Feet underneath the hips if you're just feeling not quite as balanced this morning. Standing tall, sucking it up and in. Let's inhale, take the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to fold it all the way down. So this is where your block might come in handy. So if you don't touch the floor, you could always just rest the hands on a tall block. It can be halfway, it can be flat to the ground. See wherever works for you. We're just pausing here. Then we're going to inhale, take a halfway lift. So this is hands probably to the tops of the shins or possibly just above the knees. Want to send the crown of the head forward. So gaze is down. Bottom is pointing out. So you've got a lovely flat back. Mula Bandha is lifting up and in. If you want to open up the hamstrings a little more, take the weight of the body forward and you're going to feel that activation in the backs of the legs. Especially if you've been doing any running or cycling. Exhale, we're going to take the hands to the floor. So if you need to, bend the knees as much as you need to. We're going to start with stepping the right leg back. So I'm going to give you an option here. We're in a lunge position. We're going to come into crescent moon. So you can either drop this back knee or you can keep it lifted. See how energetic you feel today. On an inhale, we're going to lift the body. So you can be in crescent lunge or crescent moon with the knee down. Entirely up to you. You can start with a slightly easier option and then build up, or vice versa. If you get tired, bring it down. Pull the shoulder blades together, push the heart forward. We're going to exhale, take the hands to the ground. We're going to step this front foot back into a plank position. Let's pause there for a moment. So your option with plank is to have the knees to the ground, or you can be in full plank. Pull the tummy muscles in. Push the floor away. We're going to bend the elbows so they go back towards the back of the mat and lower all the way down to the floor. Keeping the hands under the shoulders, we're going to inhale, lift up into a little cobra. So head and shoulders come off the floor. This might be a tiny, tiny little movement, particularly if you've got a stiff back. The aim here is not to push into the floor to bring us up, it's to use the tummy muscles to pull us up. Shoulders away from the ears. Take it all the way down and exhale. Tuck the toes back under. We're going to push up to our plank version and then over to downward facing dog. So bottom is going to come high, heels are coming down to the ground. Shoulders away from the ears. And then see if you can push the heart towards the thighs and the thighs to the back of the room. So you really want almost as if you're all being pulled backwards. Lovely flat back, fabulous. Remember, you can always come down. So if this is too much, bring the knees to the floor, come down into child's pose. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. When we're ready, we're going to inhale, take the right leg up and back. Bend the knee. As you exhale, you step it forward. So we're coming to the lunge on the other side. Now you might step it forward and sort of get it halfway. Shuffle it forward. So the knee is over the ankle. Fabulous, well done. Let's inhale, lift the body. So same version on both sides. So if that back knee was dropped on one side, do it on this side. Shoulders relaxed. Heart pushing forward, lovely. Let's exhale, hands down to the ground. This time we step the back foot forward into our forward fold. And relax, hang it out here. When we're ready, going to inhale, roll it all the way up. Come to standing, shoulders back and down. Breath is steady. Standing tall and still. Wonderful. We're going to start to take it vinyasa style. So this is breath and move together. If you get a little heart rate gets up or the breath gets ragged, bring it down, have a little rest, come back when you're ready. So choosing your feet together or feet hip distance. We're going to start on the left side this time. So let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to take that halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your left foot back. Inhale, lift the body up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground, step that foot backwards, plank position. As you're exhaling, keep it going all the way down to the floor. Lovely. Inhale, lift it up to cobra. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, push into the ground, up and over as we exhale to downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 breaths here. If you like to bring an ujjayi breath into your practice, the throaty breath, shining skull breath, and bring it in here. When we're ready, we're going to bring the left leg up on an inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Take adjustments if you need to. Inhale, lift the body. Exhale, let's take it down. Hands to the ground, step it forward. Inhale, let's roll it all the way up. Shoulders back and down. Lovely. Steady breaths. Let's take it through again. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, step the right leg back. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it down. Step the foot back and you continue that exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, down to the ground. Tuck the toes under, inhale, push into the floor. Exhale to downward dog. Take 3 breaths there. When you've taken your 3 breaths, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward into your high lunge. Inhale, lift the body. Exhale, release. Step that back foot forward. Inhale, let's roll it up. We're going to keep it going this time. Arms are going to follow. Exhale, let's take it back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the ground, left leg back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take it down. Step that foot backwards. Plank position as you keep exhaling all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Push into the ground. Inhale and plank. Exhale to downward dog. Take 3 breaths. Nice big breaths, either ujjayi or just a natural breath. You can blow it out through the mouth if you need to. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, body comes up. Exhale, hands to the ground, step it forward. Inhale, roll it up. Arms are going to follow, we're going to keep it going. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step the right leg back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Step it back, plank position. Keep going all the way to the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, down. Tuck the toes under, inhale all the way up to plank. Exhale to downward dog. 3 breaths. Releasing the face, letting everything relax. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward. Plant the feet as you inhale, come up. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, hands to the ground, step it forward. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Arms are going to keep going. We're taking it back to the other side. Exhale, come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step the left foot back. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it down. Step it down to plank. If you've got an upward dog in your practice, bring it in here. So we take ourselves halfway down. We push it forward. Inhale up, or stick with cobra if you need to. And then take it back to downward dog. 3 breaths. Shoulders away from the ears. Heels pull into the ground. Let's inhale, left leg up and back. Step it forward. Inhale, arms come up. Body's lifted as we exhale, take it all the way down, step it forward. Inhale, let's roll up. We're going to take the arms up as we do. Might come to the toes if we want a little balance. And then exhale, come to mountain posture. Take a few big deep breaths. And then shake it off, take a drink if you need one. Should be feeling a tad warmer. I hope so. Lovely. So when you're ready, we're going to keep the sun salutation element, but we're going to add in a few balances, a few nice things, just release the shoulders and twist off any tension or stress, and we will lose the vinyasa element as well. So we'll take it nice and steady. So again, feet either together or hip distance, whatever feels right. Find your mountain posture. Close the eyes for a second. Big deep breath in, blow it out through the mouth. In through the nose. Blow it out through the mouth. One more time. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Lovely. And let's return to a steady breath. Going to inhale, lift the arms up. This time as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, come into a chair posture. So you can have the legs together here, they can be apart. We're still sending the bottom back. Arms are lifted, chest is lifted. If the arms bother you, bring the hands to the hips. Push the pelvis forward. So we've got that tummy muscle engagement. Lovely. On an exhale, let's take it all the way down to forward fold, straighten the legs. Let yourself hang out there for a minute. Give the head a nod. And then we're going to step the right leg back. Come into your lunge position. So there's still the option here of having that back leg down. Entirely up to you. You're going to plant the right hand down. Inhale as you twist towards the thigh and lift the left arm. Again, arm doesn't need to be lifted. Hand could come to the base of your spine and just concentrate on sending that shoulder backwards. You really want to enjoy the twist here. Gaze can be forward, it can be down. You can start to gaze over that left shoulder, whatever feels right on your neck. Fab. Bringing the hand back up if you've lowered it. Exhale, let's take all the way down, back to our lunge position. We're going to step it back to plank position. Let's pause there. So if we're in full plank, the heels are being pulled to the back. So we're really pulling those heels away, pushing the floor away from us. If knees are down, we're still pushing with the arms. Still strong position. Okay, we're going to go down to the floor. So you're bending your elbows so they point to the back of the mat, and you're going to slowly lower all the way to the floor. Forehead comes down. Give the hips a little wiggle just to connect in with the floor. And you're gently going to lift the head and the chest, come into your little baby cobra. There's no pushing on the hands here, so I want you to really lift with the tummy muscles. You might even take your hands off the floor, hover them by the shoulders. If you want a little extra challenge, take your feet off the floor. And the next challenge after this would be to extend the arms away from the body. Coming into sort of a Superman posture. And then we're going to all exhale down, hands back under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, keep the elbows tight into the body. So we're not doing a press up. If anything, we're doing sort of a tricep press up. Push into the floor all the way up and then send yourself over to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths there. Blow it out of the mouth. Really getting rid of all that stale energy, stale oxygen in the body. Shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to inhale, take the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward. Coming into our lunge position. This time, hands are going to stay here. I'm going to move into our half move. So I want you to make sure the block is handy. And I'll step it up each way. So just go as far as you want to go. So your hands are going to come stepping forward of your foot a couple of inches. We're going to start to straighten into the front leg and lift that left leg up. So this is where your hands might need to be on a block in all sorts of different positions. So have a try, have a play with what feels right for you. Could have a block or a book quite high. You might be able to have the hands on the floor. We can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to stack the left hip on top of the right. So we're opening the hips. And then the next port of call here is to start to lift the left hand up so the whole body is open. Entirely up to you. So we don't have to introduce the hands. We don't have to stack the hips. You can even just work on the hip strength with lifting and lowering that leg. Wherever you want to be. Pausing for 2. And 1. And release the hand down. We're going to step that foot forward, come into your forward fold, let yourself melt. Relax it down. Inhale, roll up. All the way to the top. Shoulders back and down. Unclench the jaw. Relax the tongue. Fabulous. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees. Bring it back to your chair posture. Pushing that pelvis forward so there's a little thrust. Fabulous. Exhale, take the hands down. And let's step the left foot back. We're going to inhale, take the body up. And we're going to bring it back down because that's not where I was going. Just keeping you guessing. Let's plant the left hand. We're going to inhale, right arm up. Twist in. The more you pull the mullah bandha in, the more you will find that you'll be able to twist. Fabulous. Again, hand can come to the base of the spine if you want to really concentrate on taking that right shoulder back. Steady breath, lovely. Taking the hand back up if we've lowered it. On an exhale, unwind the spine. Plant the hands down, step it back to plank. Pausing now. So elbows aren't locked out here, they've got a little bend in them. Heels and bottom are pulling to the back of the mat. Bend the elbows so we lower all the way down. Forehead to the mat. Now this time, we're going to gently inhale, lift into our cobra. Pause it there. Give the hips a little push into the floor. Engage that core, lifting out of the floor. If you want to take this a little further, you're going to bend the knees and bring the feet towards the bottom. Your next option from here would be to take the hands back to meet the feet. And you can, from here, push their feet into the hands, come into a full bow position. Taking a few breaths wherever you are. And then let's release nice and gently, hands back under the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes under, push all the way up and back. Back in to your downward dog. Taking a few breaths. It is a resting posture, but it's an active posture as well, so really sending the bottom high. Let's inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale it forward. Yep, we've already done this side, so swap over. So left leg forward. And then we're going to take it into your half moon. So grabbing the blocks if you need it. Hands come forward of the foot. Straighten into that front leg. So you can pause here. That's fine. We can stack the hips on top of each other. The right hip is on top of the left. And then we might peel the right arm up to half moon. Lots of options. You might stay just for a couple of breaths and come back down. You can play with that lifting and lowering. 3 more breaths wherever you are. When you're ready, hands come down, feet come down, and you hang it out, let it go. Forward fold, nod the head, lengthen the spine. Inhale, roll it up nice and steady. Shoulders back and down. Close the eyes, breathe. And again, move, shake, take a drink if you need one. Lovely. Fabulous. So you're going to move into the middle of your mat so you can step it out wide. So nice wide legs, feet facing forward. I'm just going to grab my drink. And I want you to take it as wide as feels comfortable. So no need to overextend. Feet can be here, they can be nice and wide. It really depends on how your hips feel today. Toes pointing forward. Press the inside of the feet into the floor as well as the outside edges. Really activate these inner thighs. Lovely. Hands together at heart center, Anja Mudra. We're going to breathe. Maybe close the eyes if that feels where you want to go. Tall body. Pull the shoulder blades together, so as if you're pushing the heart into the hands. Fabulous. I'm going to point the toes away from each other. Heels come slightly in. On an exhale, I want you to bend the knees. Come into a yogic squat. So you might need to shuffle the feet about just to find what feels good. No twinging in the knees. Just take a look down at the knees. If they're pointing into the centre, pull them out to really use the inner thighs. These should be working, they should be firing up. Go on, take it a little deeper. You know you want to. It's Saturday. Fabulous. We're going to inhale, straighten. We're going to exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Couple more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep the jaw relaxed. Breath is steady. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let's pause there. Pushing into the feet. If you want a little extra challenge, because why wouldn't you? Take the heels off the floor. Come onto the toes. For 3. For 2. And for 1, let's take the heels back down. Straighten the legs. Stretch the arms. And yawn it away. Lovely. Point the toes back to the long edge. Sweep the arms round, interlace the fingers. So here you want to be pulling the hands down and back. Try not to lock out the elbows, because it's really easy to lock them in there. Little bend. Push the heart forward. Inhale. As we exhale, fold it down all the way as far as you can go. If you're halfway, if that's where you want to be, that's fine. If it's too much, just bring yourself back up and just keep the arms pulling away. So listen to your body. Might be uncomfortable, but it should never be painful. As my yoga teacher's fond of saying, on the other side of discomfort is change. So it should be a little uncomfy. Relax the face. When we're ready, inhale, lifting the hands, pulling the body all the way back up to centre. Release. Oh, and give the arms a shake. Fabulous. We're going to heel toe, come back in to centre. Stay where you are, no need to wiggle around on the mat. Bring your feet together. Nice, relaxed face, relaxed shoulders. Now we're going to come into a tree posture, but I am going to give you a slightly challenging variation, which does eventually turn into an arm balance. Now, I know that sounds very odd, but stick with me. If you want to keep going, keep going. When you've found your edge, when you've found where you just want to be, you stay there. So palms together. Bring the right knee up, toes just touching the floor. And then we're going to take the knee out. Open it up like a book. Now just checking in with the hips that we haven't sort of kicked this left hip out. Lifting it in, we're nicely stacked. Foot could come to the calf muscle. You might stay there. The next port of call is to take the foot to the thigh. Find your balance there. That's where you're really comfy. That's where we're going to stay. Hands together, chest lifting up. If you do want a little challenge, I'm going to offer it up that we take the foot off the thigh and you take the foot into the crease of the left hip. Challenging on the hips, it can be hard if we've got tight hips, and we do hold a lot of emotion there, so that can feel quite difficult. The next port of call from here is to bowl the body, take the hands to the floor. But I don't think we're there today, so let's just stay wherever we are. And I do assure you that does turn into an arm balance, but that's not something we're going to explore today. Steady wherever we are. See if you can close your eyes just for the last breath. See how that affects your balance. It can be interesting. And then we're going to lower the hands and lower the legs. So if you have hooked round, just give your leg a little hand. Find your standing position and then do walk the legs out. Give the hips a wiggle. That's great for hip strength, great for everything, glutes, tummy, and concentration. Palms together. Let's take it through again. So toes to the ground, so left toes this time. Suck in this right hip in. Tummy is strong. Let's open the knee like a book. And see if we can find the same variation we did on the other side. So calf, maybe the thigh. Pause in there for a moment. If you did have a play on the other side with taking the foot into the hip joint, again, have a little play. If it doesn't work, just come back to the next variation that works for you. Lovely. And again, if you did get there, take the hands down. Might need a block. Lovely. Steady breath, long spine, soft face. Close the eyes for the last breath. And then take your hands down, leg down. Walk it out, shake it out, do whatever feels right for you. Lovely. And then we're going to just squeeze that last bit of stress and tension out of the body before we come down to the ground. So we're going to go through eagle posture. I'm going to bring in the arms first, add in the legs if you want to, but you don't have to. So feet together. Let's bring the arms down to the sides, get our mountain posture, tummy lifted, pelvic floor lifted. Let's clench the glutes a little so we're nice and strong. We're going to bring the arms up to shoulder height. Relax the shoulders. So we're going to start with the right. So we're going to take the right arm underneath the left and bend the elbow. So you've got the elbow creases together. Then you're going to bend the left arm. So hands might be far away, backs of the hands might meet. If you know you can take the palms together, then take that variation. Standing tall. Gently lift the elbows so they're coming in line with the shoulders. Relax the face. If you pull the elbows slightly away from the body, you really feel that pull in the shoulder blades. Can feel just gorgeous. Breathing in. Breathing out. Find that space in the back. Stay here if you want to, otherwise we're going to introduce the legs. So we'll bend the knees just ever so slightly, just like a high chair. You take the right knee over the left, cross the legs. Now this is where everybody varies. So you might take the right toes and balance them on the floor. You might be able to lift them up. You may be able to take the right foot behind the left calf. Fabulous. If you're really comfortable there, you might want to try to take the elbows to the knees. Really squeezing the arms together, legs together. For 3, for 2, for 1. Let's inhale, lift out, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, take a shake. Shake it out. Oh. Wiggle the hips. Enjoy the looseness. Lovely. Might get us doing some chakra dancing next week. How about that? Find your mountain posture. Let's take that all on the other side. And remembering that both sides of our body are often extremely uneven, so this might feel very different. Let's take the arms up, shoulder height. Steady breath, soft face. Left arm comes underneath the right. You bend the elbow. Bend the right elbow. So again, you might look very different. Backs of the hands might be together, palms of the hands might be together. Send the elbows away from the body. Find that space. I must say, guys, this is harder for men because they generally have a larger pectoral muscles than us women. Nice, steady breath. Lovely. Introducing the legs if you did on the other side. So we're going to bend the knees, just a little bend. Engage the tummy muscles as you take the left leg over the right. So you might find that already this feels different on the hips. You might be able to take the left foot to the floor. It might come around to the calf, might be different. Might be easier, might be harder. Again, you've got the option to elbows to knee. Squeezing in, squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs. Lovely, fabulous. 3, 2, and 1. Let's stretch it up, arms up, legs out. Oh, shake it out. Wiggle, shake. Oh, fabulous. Well done. Brilliant, guys. We are going to take it down to the ground. So just take yourself to the top of the mat. We're going to very softly just inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold it down, flump it down, shake the head. Bring the hands to the floor, bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees, and then just take yourself down to your bottom. Feet are flat to the floor, knees are bent. You're going to take the hands underneath the thighs. Find a lovely tall body. So this is Mula Bandha, lovely and tight. Chin is level with the floor. Have a little play with the boat before we go down. So maybe lifting the feet off the floor. Maybe straightening the back. Remember, if we're wobbling, we're working, so that's fine. Lovely. Now you can lower the feet down and lower the body down, or you might bring the knees in, elbows in, and roll it down to the floor. Find the ground. Give the knees a hug into the chest. Little rock from side to side. Lovely. You're going to take the arms out to T position or Y position, or whatever feels comfortable on the shoulders. Really pull the shoulder blades together. Keeping the knees lifted, or if you're feeling quite stiff or tight in the back, let's take the feet to the floor. So you choose. Taking a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to take the knees over to the right hand side. Now the aim here is to keep shoulders connected to the floor. So if that left shoulder is lifted up, can you pull it back down? If not, maybe you've taken the twist a little deeper and you need to lift the knees slightly. You can pop blocks and cushions under there if you wanted to release down. Relaxing the breath now, relaxing the face, maybe even closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Lovely. Let's inhale, take it all the way to centre. As you exhale, take it over to the left. Again, shoulders are connected to the floor. We're relaxing the face, we're relaxing the body. Finding a nice, subtle breath that just serves you. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then let's inhale, take it back to centre. Give yourself that lovely little hug in again. Knees to chest. And then just to finish, we're going to take the feet up to the sky, let the arms fall away. So you can point the toes, maybe give the ankles a little flex, a little wiggle, just letting the blood and the energy drain down from the feet. If you know you have a shoulder stand practice here, then do feel free to do it. However, I won't instruct just because I'm not there to help. Just a few more breaths. Lovely. Let's lower it down, bend the knees, bring the feet down to the floor. And find your Shavasana position. So let the arms go out long, let the legs go out long. Pop your jumpers on, find a blanket. Whatever makes you feel comfortable right now. You can try to keep the warmth in the body. So if you do need to just grab a little blanket or a jumper, go and do it. Find a relaxed state on the floor once you're ready. And close the eyes. Find a natural breath. And Shavasana is a wakeful sleep. It's a point where you're allowing the body to rest and allowing the mind to rest. So as we did at the beginning of the class, if the mind starts to wander, that's fine, we cannot stop it. But bring it back to the breath. Feel the inhale lifting and the exhale lowering. The inhale washing up the body and the exhale washing down the body. Just like waves on a beach. Let that natural wave of breath just come in and out. No control, no judgment. Pausing here, knowing you're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. Shavasana is the hardest yoga posture. Allow yourself to give into it. We rarely know where our body is. At the office, our mind is at home. At home, our mind is at the office. Holding our children, we are wondering which emails to reply to first. Make the choice to inhabit the temple of your body. Be in your feet as you wake up your toes. Be in your hands as you wiggle each finger. Every path home passes through the heart. It's the strongest muscle that we have. It lifts our love. Let the palms be a stethoscope. Place them on your chest. Listen to the vibration pull inside you and bring the world's most gentle word to your lips. Smile. Smile and breathe. On your next inhale, stretch the arms above the head. Point the toes, point the fingers. As you exhale, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, roll the ankles. If you wanted to stay in Shavasana, you're more than welcome to turn me off. Otherwise, start to bend the elbows, bend the knees. Move the body as it needs to be moved. Just listen to what it's saying, a twist, a hug. And then come to your seated position. So however you want to get there, rolling onto one side, lifting up, pushing the sitting bones into the ground. Find that long, tall spine. Palms together at the heart. And nod the head down. Close the eyes. And just take a moment. Smile. Laugh. Thank your body for all of the amazing things it is able to do. Thank yourself for taking this time today. Namaste.